Distinguished colleagues, motion moved and seconded, debate closed. Distinguished colleagues, the bill that is before us is the Rivers State Local Government Amendment Law number 4 of 2024, which we intend to have this morning. This actually came to us as a bill, and we are all aware that this House deliberated on this bill successfully. This bill was passed, having passed all stages required by law. And this bill was forwarded to the governor for his assent. And the governor received the bill that was passed by this House on the 14th day of March 2024. And the governor has chosen to withhold his assent. And just like members remarked, this House is empowered by Section 100, subsection 5 of the 1999 Constitution as altered to override the governor. And from the presentations of members this morning, I'm convinced that we are of the view that we should make progress on this bill so that it can become law for our dear states. Honorable members, there is no need to say much about it because we already know the content of this bill. Essentially, this bill seeks to ensure that Section 7 of the 1999 Constitution as altered, that provides for democratically elected local government system, should be the only thing that will take place in our dear states. A situation where caretaker committees or civil servants will be allowed to occupy the office of the chairman of a local government or to perform the legislative functions that councillors are supposed to perform is an aberration. And what this bill that is before us seeks to do is to remove that problem. We have successfully amended the Rivers State local government law and outlawed the provision that allows the governor to appoint caretaker committees. The only challenge is that in the event that elections are not conducted, or in the event that there is a natural disaster, or there is any reason why elections cannot be conducted, what happens? What this House is trying to do with this bill is to close the gap. That problem that may arise when election is not conducted and democratically elected officials are not available to occupy these offices. What happens? So this bill intends to cure that problem. And what the bill has said, like we already know, is that in the event that the Federation is at war and Rivers State is physically involved in that war, and for any other reason that the Rivers House of Assembly finds out that the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission is unable to conduct elections so that democratically elected chairmen, vice chairmen, and councillors of the 23 local governments, for them to take over their offices in our councils, that this bill, when passed into law, should empower the House of Assembly to, by resolution, ask those who were originally elected by the people to remain in office for not more than 6 months at a time, pending the conduct of local government elections. That's exactly what the bill is saying. And we already know that there's a provision of the 1999 Constitution as altered that empowers the National Assembly to, by the same resolution, ask Mr. President to remain in office in the event that elections cannot hold and maybe it's difficult for someone to take over the office of Mr. President in the event that his tenure elapses. So what we are just simply doing is what is already in the Constitution. And it's normal for us to say those who were elected, because the people have already chosen them, to stay in office pending conduct of fresh elections. And this bill, when passed into law, will make it mandatory for Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission to always conduct elections before the end of the tenure of democratically elected council officials. So that's what it is. And I want to commend members for standing firm for Rivers people, for standing true to our democracy. We are truly the Democrats of our time, because we are saying that democracy should prevail. Only those elected should be in office. One person cannot appoint people to occupy offices that democratically elected people are supposed to occupy. And we will not allow that. And that's exactly what we're saying. So, honorable members, with this brief, let me therefore put the question. Those in favor. Members, you know that this, for us to override the governor, Section 100, subsection 5, requires that we have 2/3 majority of membership of this House. And that's exactly what we need to override the governor. So let me put the question. Those in favor that the governor's assent is no longer required in line with Section 100, subsection 5 of the 1999 Constitution as altered should indicate by raising their hands, please.